Teenage pregnancy is one of the major challenges faced by young females in Uganda. The 2011 Uganda Demographic Health Survey indicates that teenage pregnancies are high in East Central, Karamoja and Eastern regions at 30% compared to other regions. Busia district is one of the districts in the eastern region located at the border of Uganda and Kenya, 198 kilometers from the capital, Kampala. Here, there is a combination of transit, cash-equipped population, a stopping point for long-distance trucks, and a relative lack of jobs and services. This kind of environment makes girls vulnerable to many challenges, including teenage pregnancy. It's against this background that the Franciscan family of Eastern Uganda, a Catholic church movement carrying out social, economic, and spiritual activities in the church and community, seeks to address the issue of teenage pregnancy and early marriages in the community first by identifying why this is so and its impact on teenagers and families. Franciscan Akuno Christine, the leader of the Young Franciscans, UFRA, calls upon all stakeholders to get involved in tackling this issue.
I belong to the Franciscan family in the Catholic Church in the Eastern region, Uganda, and I head UFRA, that is Young Franciscan Uganda, which is a movement in the church that has lived as the time of St. Francis of Assisi. In Eastern region, we do JPIC programs, which involves the Franciscan families to work with the communities. And one of the things that we do right now, which is calling us all to get involved in, is to see the need of the rising issue about the early pregnancy and early marriages among our young members of the society. Generally, during our work in the communities, especially during the family counseling units, when we take family prayers, we came to discover that from 2018 there has been a general rise where there are young mothers coming up as a result of young girls dropping out of school after getting unwanted pregnancies. And most of these girls, they do not have their partners around. Their partners could have run away. They are living with their families or living with their relatives. So since we were moving in every community and we saw that the parents, the community members, the community leaders were trying to engage us on a Christian point of view to carry out counseling to these young people, that's when we saw the need that we need to carry a general overview and a general research about this program and see exactly how much it is increasing in our community.
She's not the only one involved. Another young Franciscan, Mr. Moya Lawrence, is also involved in providing guidance to teenagers, including financial literacy, spiritual activities, sports, poetry, music, dance, and drama.
We do meet our fellow youth, younger people, trying to sensitize them on their values and on their roles as younger people in the community, in their homes, in churches, and wherever they go. we are interested so much to see that the younger people know their roles at home, to manage themselves against other things that may cause harm in their lives. For example, early pregnancy can cause harm to their lives and for their future life. So we teach them how to manage themselves, especially during adolescent stage, to avoid early pregnancy and early marriage.
They are also encouraging parents to provide for their children with basic needs.
Parents, children themselves, local leaders, cultural leaders, religious leaders should wake up and work as a team to see that this crisis of teenage pregnancy and marriage is reduced.
Florence is a 17-year-old young mother. Her baby is 3 months old. She got pregnant during the COVID-19 lockdown holidays in 2020. Florence is just a particle of sun in the sea. She represents a big number of young girls who have become pregnant during the COVID-19 lockdown.
Miaka 17 Tola Habwale village Usilembe parish Yanga sub-county nali nsoma oba nsoma mu senior 3 Buhowe secondary school wa kali chole ndalo abulwaye bwadira kwa corona wehala hano emyezi mididi wamala watu namala anatulawo waliyo inacho namala nakaluha nawawonana bulaye chola wembera wamala waholas namala nafuna msai.
Will these girls be able to go back to school? We may also ask, is the home a safe place for these teenagers?
We believe that home is the safest place for our children. But because of so many factors, parents are fighting in front of children. Parents are very rude. Parents are financially stressed. So there is a lot happening in homes. And that really compels children to look for another alternative. And in the process, they end up falling in the wrong hands.
What is the stake for children who come from homes where there is domestic violence, and those whose parents have totally neglected them, failing to provide the basic necessities of the girl child?
Ufunila mubazade bawalabira bahupisha usawuli wene wafunanga mukomba sakata noho program nda ushalo muzade sawisa mstiwa ahuwa na usanga byohora kasuni byaho basira biba bingi katawu nani behavior onyala wa musaboto bana ndiho mulwaye yahaya kato ohubala homax hasa huwa ngabuyambi sawolate alisawate
abantu bahuda kunyemisa group bakoze kuda hano kubona henko cinga baraga wekombi endo buyambi hendo bahura ko tuba tubesa sibutumara mawe waye huti hahuja ukolesina
The youth, especially the girl child, cannot afford the basic needs that they require in life to improve on their well-being. For instance, I talked about sanitary pads, and you know their economic hardships. So the girl will rotate around and think a lot. Now, when he lands on someone who may be in terms of helping, you know, some boys and men take the advantage of the vulnerable situation of these girls, and that's how they end up pregnating them.
Ngonya wabasaba byetaago baholasina bahima olundi bahunyeka bahwalabira wasi tulingeho obakati obadahawo obakati sira tushuhamba n'ekihosino oba maresikibira nzadanya kalhamu wasi cheyo basoti sende kiriwe sai ewe nabo basoti na ulisende basayiri sawa ayo sanyiramu asi wa malawe yakotewo omundu.
Busia District Woman MP, Honorable Helen Auma Wandera, has a message for both parents and young people.
In that way, me, I'm someone who is, actually I'm 23 years. In case I can go to a school and I talk to those children, I tell them my example. You know, also I'm 23 years, but I made it as a member of parliament. So also you can. And if there's an image of a young person talking to them, they'll buy my idea, they will need to study more. Because I'll tell them it's through education that I'm right now here. And I'm of your age, because when you go to secondary schools, many people are 23, 24, 22, 2019. So I fall in the same age bracket. So I think when I talk to them, they'll buy my idea compared to someone of 40 years coming to talk to them, giving them an example. I think myself, I'm exemplary to them because I'll show them the right example and the right way to go.
Nasimama Susan is a 17-year-old primary 7 dropout and a young mother. She also got pregnant during the 2020 COVID-19 lockdown when schools were closed. For her, the parents are not doing enough in as far as providing for their children is concerned. This allows them to move out to go and find this financial help from the boys who end up impregnating them, just like her case.
Abantu bahuda kunyemesa group bakoze kuda hanu kubona henko cinga baraga we kombi endo buyambi hendu bahura ko tubatu besasubu tumara mawe waye huti hakuja bukolesina nuko cinga pads obo yangu ko cinga birato fesi bahuda kunyume huwo kuba kuje huona humende sinyasi atubesa mahura hutenyo ngana solution kunyara hwachira.
She, however, sees a solution for girls like her and those who have delayed in school, especially the slow learners, in the government providing vocational skills to them so that they can have a bright future.
Utubelesa hubu yambi ko cinga government twiduhire hoho ndo kutwikura ho street wekusira makosa zikanyaka atu yamba bintu bya mahono babandi bihabintu kumasomero bongo banga bwembikiti uhenga uti hakuyihaliye ni mafasi kwafunira obudinyo.
If there is a group that often comes face to face with these teenage mothers, it is the health workers. Through the eyes of a health worker, we see the plight of these girls.
In fact, there is one I referred. She came here, but she had a stigma. In fact, I thought maybe she had come maybe for malaria or what, but when I interacted with her, she was pregnant, but she was fearing to open up. She was 14 years. So she got married. The man is not there, but herself said she got married. So now this, to access antenatal services, actually we had to call her mother. So it is now her mother who always brings her for antenatal. When she has any problem, it is when they come here, herself, she fears to talk to me. So I have to talk to the mother. She tells the mother her problems. I get her problems from her mother. but not from herself. So to me, I see there is some trauma, a bit of trauma. Because even if I was the one, I get pregnant at that age, I can't take care of myself. You're carrying a baby. Such challenges. So I was seeing that girl who is just traumatized psychologically, whereby she can't become open for her problems. There are very many things. First of all, what I can say, maybe the first effect of pregnancy to a teenager. One, that teenage girl, in case she gets any problem, let me say in case she falls sick, she's psychologically tortured. So coming to the hospital may become a problem because she says, I go there, I get all the women. I go, and maybe I will meet with my father. Maybe I will meet with my classmate. You see that? Then when it comes to delivery, you know these pelvic bones are not yet mature in order to allow the passage of the baby during that time of delivery. So in most cases, when they deliver from home, those babies can easily die. A mother herself can also die because she might get maybe a tear. And now delivering from the village. Who knows how to repair the tear? No one.
Whereas it may be true that the COVID-19 situation in the country is viewed as the greatest danger to teenage girls, Busia District Probation Officer Mr. Raphael Orono sees the lockdown as an opportunity for parents to take up their roles and responsibilities.
The onset of COVID-19 pandemic and generally the strife that the communities are facing, we are bound to have a number of issues that affect communities, and one of them is the teenage pregnancies and early child marriages. Busia as a district, we cannot isolate ourselves from the entire country. I want to say that there are certain instances that are happening, but most of them can be controlled by we who are home. I think the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic is an opportunity for parents to take up their roles and responsibilities.
We cannot sit back and watch the future of girls become dark when we can do something about it. Like Catechist Lukawe Julie says, if the teenagers are not coming to church when we invite them, then let's go and find them.
Uholile nenga sisimala hulwasi huluba koti efe abale bya myoyo bakasanga ho ukasa hotekeha mu makerisia wakanamana nti hulanga bana nti babeho ndi seminar ne numana hulanga seminar abana basolo babeho ndi sibeka abana bano enamba endidi nje yicha enyingi nje itecha sibase kasambo so holije muno umulimo mulai.
The LCs are closer to the homes where these young girls come from. They can't be left behind in this battle. Were Moses is the LC1 chairperson of Vuyanga village in Ibusibembe. He acknowledges the fact that there is a problem.
Lukongo lwange muno mulimu ebidinyu kusinga mubole ebyo ebidira ku baana mulimu abaana baerenda myaka kisiri silala hwebyo hubirete bindi ibyo webukana mbu obunanyisibwa bwefe ng'abazadde sihubuta muhola sihufiire muno abaana hubaleha obwire obwahabere nohubola huti baana nkahusoma huberere covid niisiri hubaawo sikhutayo maani muno okhubona mbu abana befwe babanga bajja khusomero.
Teenage pregnancy and early marriage is a big challenge to the future of girls in the society. Franciscan Akuno Christine continues to call on everyone, starting with parents, community leaders, the church, and the government, to intervene and protect the girl child, and also offer rehabilitation to teenage mothers.
I call everyone involved to join hands with us. We call upon the church leaders, the priests, the bishops, the Franciscan family, and all other devotions in the church, both in the Catholic Church and the Protestant Church, the Islamic faith, all those, because this is a general outcry. We call upon the government to see that there is a need, that more effort needs to be put in this area.
As we are home, let us engage our children. Let us instill religious manners into them, because by so doing, and also equipping them with a skill.
This thing is supposed to be for all, both the health workers, the community members. It's a joint effort, actually. It's supposed to be a joint effort of the village, the VHTs, the health workers, the LOCs, religious leaders. Anyone can do it, because it is just a matter of empowering someone to deliver the correct information.